afternoon, good evening, good morning, folks. It's me, all the way Joy Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I got a busy day. This is my second interview for a day. I usually don't do back to backs, but sometimes, you know what? As a content maker, you really want to get the opportunity for these competitors to share their stories when they're available, when they're free. I know ladies have lives, have days, you have kids, you got jobs, you got husbands, you got this and that. You know, there's so much to this sport, and it takes up a lot of your time. So I have here a lovely lady. She just turned pro just about 2 months ago.
Yeah, just about.
That's about 2 months ago. Hey, what time? God, what the heck? It's Wednesday. It's over the
That's
hump,
quick.
you know. And she turned pro at the North Americans. Shout out to Gary Udick. It's one of the biggest shows for amateur competitors. And she's also a wife, a mother. Can you believe it? She's a grandmother. This is somebody's grandmother. Come on.
I am.
I mean, she's too fine to my grand. Well, I know women about your age who are grandmothers too, because my mother was probably a lot younger when my sister had her first child. So yeah, no, I was already by the time I was 2 years old, I was already an uncle. So so we have here the lovely Mrs. Sarah, sorry, Sharon G. For how you pronounce your name?
Joan,
For
you practiced it so well
I
before.
sometimes it just I miss it every now and then. For Miss Ferrone,
For
thank
sure.
you. For Sean. Okay. All right. Sometimes it's the nerves. Sometimes I still gotta work on these things. And she is our guest for today. She is a mother, a wife. She is now an IFBB pro, and like I said, we welcome her. I actually her name was given to me by Olay Snow. She also turned pro at the stage show. That is Shannon Leister. And yeah, I think Shannon mentioned you during one of my interviews. I think it's
I,
her or somebody else, because
I
she
think
also hmm,
Renee
hmm,
Covell.
hmm?
Renee Covell.
Oh, Renee Covell? I know
hmm
that name.
Here, you interviewed her last year.
Oh, Renee Covell. Okay.
Mhm.
I
That's
sometimes
it.
I know. Yeah, it was Renee who mentioned you, but she
Yeah.
also competed at North Americans with Shannon, because that's why it popped in my head with her. But yeah, it was Miss Renee Corvell, Dr. Renee Corvell. Shout out to
Yes.
the doctor. She also made her debut also the day after the North Americans at the World Championships Masters. So, folks, we like to work here, Miss for Sean for coming through. And thank you for your time, man. We appreciate you, and congratulations. This is a great opportunity for me when I get a new pro. Like I said, sweating off the line. so welcome, ma'am, and I appreciate you for your time and your pleasure. So the big question I like to ask you: what got a lovely lady like yourself in a sport, as we call it, muscle and masculinity? Share with us.
What got me into it? I mean, I always enjoyed it. Um, my brother used to work out when he was younger, so I'd look at all those magazines that he'd bring home. Um, I met my husband while he was getting ready for a show about 30 years ago because he started competing. He started working out, I think, when he was 14 and started competing at, I don't even know, 16, however young you could be then. But, and when I met him, we started working out even more. But once we got married with kids and stuff, it was a little harder. So I'd work out every now and then, but as they got older and two kids had already graduated, I just started doing it a little bit more and getting more into it. And COVID came and everybody was home and I was bored to death and stressed from it all. So I just started working out even more, just about every day with John. And he's the one that talked me into competing because it wasn't in my game plan.
Yeah, I can understand because you
Nervous.
know Yeah. The pandemic really changed everything. It really changed my life too, my family. My mother, she had gotten the virus and she passed away. And
Oh,
and I started this content at the time when I was taking care of her, because it gave me something to deal with her issues and stuff like that. This was something that helped me with my mindset. And don't think my brother, when he was alive, my older brother James, he was a football star in our hometown. He used to get the muscle max. I used to, basically I was a kid. You look at guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Lee Heenies, the big guys. But then when I get to my teenage years, and you have two boys, you understand our pubescent minds change, and we see these women like Corey Everson and Linda Murray and Richard McLeish, and you go like, but it's a sport that really I think has helped with, especially with people dealing with their mindset. Because sometimes it's something you can go to. The gym is a place you can go to, especially if you're going through some hard times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think working out in general is such a benefit for the mind, for the body, for your health. Especially as we get older, it's very important keeping the bones strong and everything strong and healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have here my man Lawrence Perkins. Shout out to Lawrence. He says, hello, Miss Sharon and George. Hello, brother. Thank you for coming through. That's my man Lawrence. He is also a fan of you ladies. So, what was your first show and what was it like for you? Because your husband's been doing it for a good bit while, and now you're getting into the swing of things of it.
My first show was the Atlantic States in 22. And how did I do on that? I got third place in open and first place in the Masters for physique. So that was exciting. I wasn't expecting anything because, growing up, I followed the women a little bit, but it was mainly the men, growing up with my brother and everything. And with John, always, I knew more about the men than the women. So first competition, I had no clue what to expect. No clue. And it was so out of my norm. I was so nervous and shaking. But at first I was like, just one and done. But after that first show, I was like, I need to do this again. I like it. I liked getting over that fear and just getting out there and doing it because it's something I did myself, along, of course, with the help of my husband and Dave Palumbo, my dietitian, and Sheila Black, my posing coach and choreographer. So, but, it's something I did and put out there, and it was great. It was a great feeling. So I did the universe after that. Didn't do so well. Didn't come home with anything. But the next year after that, I did the DC Pro, and I won. What did I get? I got first in physique, and then I won overall. And that was a great feeling. And then I did the universe, got fifth, but still kept me motivated,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because doing this sport, you have to be motivated because
Yeah,
this is tough.
I
This
like
is sport.
balance.
Yeah, this is a sport that can be a lot of work. It's not easy because, I guess again, this is something. This wasn't your thing; it was your husband's. But then you get that bite. I mean, especially on the stage, and people
Yeah,
don't understand that when you're up there on that stage, all we're seeing is this amazing body. Y'all are just carved out of granite. Y'all just look like a walking gods and goddesses. But people forget that the fact is how to get there: the training, the dieting, the being consistent, the discipline, Also, we forget when you're up there on that stage, you're nearly hungry, you're dehydrated, you're hangry. I know your kids be like, Mom, you're like, and then you and your husband are prepped together. It's like, like watching two angry, like, like two
that's
dogs
all.
walking back and forth to each other.
More like a walking zombie is how I put it.
Yeah.
You could tell me everything's burning down. I'll be like, okay. But I love the competition. I just got a feel for it. And I love the challenge, and I love the challenge against myself, and I'm making the improvements. And to say that I even love the challenge of being strict with what I have to eat. And even though I'm in the mood for, something, that cookie or whatever that's over there, the challenge of not having it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing is, it's a lot.
It's
The
a
challenge, the tests. I
mhm.
know, especially when you go out like family events like we had. You can't believe it wasn't long for summer. you got barbecues and stuff like that. Then you and your husband are prepping, and you can't eat what everybody else is eating because you don't want to mess up your prep. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
it's
I host for the family Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I can't eat it.
that's the thing is any of y'all in-laws still around or
Yeah, yeah.
let them do that shit. Like go to his mama's house or go to your mama's house.
It's my house.
I know, but you gotta cook that stuff. You think about cooking chicken, turkey, ham. You got
Mhm.
potato salad. I know y'all
Well, the
white people. Y'all
appetite.
like you got your pumpkin pie. See, I'm from the South. We like sweet potato. So
Oh, I
yeah.
love potato pies.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I always
I
make.
mean, oh yeah. My mom used to make this great thing called sweet potato bread. It's like sweet potato and bread that puts a flour in it. I used to love it. I miss it. That's why I say I miss my mama's cooking so much. But we have a comment from a man. Lawrence says, "Keep on going, Miss Sharon. This sport will inspire others, including myself, around the world." Also, he says this. He says, "May God bless you and your family tree as well." Thank you. Now, you have three kids. How old are they? And what do you think is their mom and dad and little your dad's wearing a banana hammock, your mom wearing a bikini.
Well, I don't think they enjoy seeing that part. They probably think it's a little disturbing, which I don't blame them. I don't think I want to see my parents in their bikinis and little speedos either. But
So,
yeah, my oldest son just turned 26. Yeah, he'll be getting married next year.
oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. And my daughter is 23, and she has a 1-year-old beautiful little grandson of mine.
Oh, see the
And
pictures, cute little baby.
he is. And have you seen his videos of working out?
I seen a little bit of it,
Oh,
with him and granddaddy working out together.
yeah, yeah. He was doing his push-ups the other day.
You might have, hey, you might have a future Mr. Olympia in your hands.
That's right. He's already got it all down pat, the sound effects and everything, facial expressions. Yeah, he's great. And then my youngest son is 20. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. They support you. I like again. I don't know if I was your sons and somebody, seeing your mom on stage. Hey, dude, so your mom on stage. She's so hot. And hey, be like coming home with black eyes. Say, Mom, I don't know why I gotta fight for your love, Mama. I love you, Mama, but you gotta stop doing this. Don't care about your dad. Say, dude, I don't want to see your dad. I don't want to see his name. But it's good that they support you, love you, and do they ever come to the shows, or they feel like I don't want to see mom and dad?
Yeah, no, they do. If it's close to home, they do. We did one year, I think the DC Pro Am, where I won it all, and they were all there. So that was great. That was great. But it's hard. My son's, a firefighter and paramedic, and going to school to be a PA, and my other two have been busy or working or something. So it's hard
Yeah.
considering we go days in advance and all that. So
Hmm.
they don't always get to go, but they do watch it online, the live stream, and they
Okay.
do cheer on and they're texting nonstop. So it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for your son who works for what he does, I want to say thank you for his service because that is a tough job. Firefighter, saving people's lives, helping people. I mean, it's a job that I think is really respectful. It's good that a young man his age found his passion in life. And, he's going to get married. It's going to change when he get married. His dad gonna have that talk with him. Say, son, you got to make sure you pay attention to every bit of little dollar the wife spends. And yeah.
Oh, they're so good with that. They're so good. And she's a perfect fit. We adore her. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I never married myself. I had relations, but not relationships. But that's just me. I'm Bruce Wayne without the Batman. So I'm not the billions. Here we got here from my man Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. He says congratulations, and that's all your son's nuptials. Also,
Yeah.
so he says that's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing. Yeah. So, folks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into Sharon's social media. If you want to follow her and support her, the links is in the live stream description. These areas can use support. you know. But guys, this is a nice lady. She's a lovely lady. She has a big husband.
Yeah.
Out of respect to her and her husband, no D-pics. Stop it. Get some help. Don't be weird. And same thing for a husband. Don't send him some shit either. Because, come on, guys. I know none of you guys into the dudes in the banana hammocks, but not me. I'm like this. It not be I gotta say it may not be the 80s, but I'm still down with the ladies.
You see, I look at it as an art, and I think my kids are at that point too, since going to the shows forever and stuff. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as an art, and how that person got to sculpt and shape their body. Yeah, that's how I look.
Yes, true. It's an art, but some people take
Yeah,
anything. It's just they run with it. They don't care. They don't care. Hey, so we'll jump into social media for a bit, and both of y'all. This is where I think you're at when you got your pro card at the North Americans. This is the Teen Collegiate. What was the placing at that show? What was the critique from the judges?
Which one is that?
The Teen and Collegiate Masters.
What did I get on that? That's from this year?
Yeah,
okay.
This year.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Pittsburgh again.
One. I got 4th place and 2nd place for bodybuilding. I got 4th place for physique and 2nd place for bodybuilding in my age group.
Yeah, because I think you did this show, I think before you did the USA's and you did the North Americans after that.
Yeah, North American was my last one where I won my pro card.
There you go. There goes your He-Man, your big Italian stallion. So I know the day you got married, y'all so happy. He's like, it's just great, and y'all eating out and enjoying yourself.
Yes, Cracker Barrel, IHOP, whichever is right there.
Yes,
and we went straight to a concert.
That's nice. That's good. Y'all spend time together. Y'all still have date nights every now and then. Y'all go out and do those things together.
Yeah, we do. Well, we've gone to concerts after shows and try to get out to dinner, but then it's back on diet. So, it's hard. So as soon as he's done with this last show, we'll be going out with friends, going to dinner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His job here in North America, I think he was like in the top 5 in his class.
Yeah, he did really well.
And what was critique for both of y'all after the last show, especially for you? What was the critique the judges gave you?
Well, from what I heard, for John, I know he heard from one of the judges that came over to him and said because he came in 2nd, and he said it was a hairline of a difference, for him getting 1st. So that hit hard, so you always want to work a little bit harder and make your improvements everywhere when need be.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like saying one thing about bodybuilding, it's a process. And when you train, you work out, you want to make sure everything's together. You want to dot your I's and cross your T's. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it can be a miss. It could be just the slightest thing from the diet, from what you're training. It's just all of this. And this is here with your oldest boy. Congratulations on his nuptials. And it's good that you have that support between the both of y'all. You have a good relationship here at Creed. That's a band a lot of people don't know as much. And it just takes some time, And what was your critique the judges gave you?
I don't think I heard from them personally. I just heard from I don't remember if it was from Dave or not, but I did very well. They preferred to see me in physique than in bodybuilding. So, physique was my thing. That's where I got my pro card. So I was thrilled and happy and grateful. At least that day, I was what made them happy. So now it's just time to keep on improving because you never know who's going to show up. We all have good days and bad days.
Yeah, because with your, well, I think you're kind of a shorter side.
I am.
So yeah, and with your body build, I think physique is probably a vision for you. Some women they can just, especially when you're much younger. You can have time to grow. You are of the more mature age, but you have those good, I would say, aesthetics for the division. I think the physique division has evolved the last few years. I mean, it was
Mhm.
created as a substitute for women's bodybuilding when they got pushed out of the Olympia, all sorts of classic. But now it's also, I just saw the Triple O Dynasty are dropping it from their show next year. They got kicked out of the St. Louis Pro. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Here you are with Jumbo De Palumbo. I know a friend that knows him. He's a legend. I
he's a
mean,
great guy.
yeah.
Yep.
How long you know Dave?
Well, John's known him forever, and I've been working with Dave for the past 3 years since I started.
That's good.
But
Yeah.
and yeah, he came to that show with us, and you know, it was like I've known him forever. Same thing with Sheila. I started with Sheila last year, and they both feel like family.
Yeah.
So
And
great seeing them in person.
yeah, Sheila Blake is a legend in the sport. I mean, she's been a multiple time Olympic competitor, both in women's bodybuilding and physique.
Hmm.
I was a fan of her physique. She had a beautiful physique, great
She
lines,
still
you
does.
know, great muscle development, great femininity. Her twin sister and her, they had that. They started out a different path. I think Sherry was into boxing, but she did do little competitions. But then she turned pro in bodybuilding, and she's just amazing lady. I hope she made a comment on my post that I posted, and I appreciate that. I mean, I would love to have her on here someday and get her thoughts on the sport. And here's we have the baby. I had to pull up the baby.
Oh my gosh. Yep, that's him doing his push-ups.
He's so
He's
cute. Yeah, yeah. Go, little man. Go, little man. Yeah. Made me, made me think of my nieces and nephews, my great nieces and nephews when they're that age. Oh, guys, so cute.
Oh, I love him. He's the
Yeah,
cutest thing ever. He's great.
yeah. He's your first woman. Won't be long for you. Won't have another one, wouldn't it be?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
but yeah, I mean, it's precious. Children are a precious thing. I mean, I one thing of my regrets I never had on my own. My sister keeps telling me, say, "You're not too old." No, I'm about to be 50 in November. No, I'm done. I should have had them when I was younger, when I had the time. But I was a working man. I was spending my time working than I did anything else. I didn't go out a lot, so I was just
We have a
at
friend of
home.
ours who's 50. He's my age, I believe, 51. He is, and he just had a baby, so you have time.
Was it his first child?
You might not have the energy, but you'll have the
No,
time.
the question is, was it his first child?
No, no.
So he's already had experience. It's no good. I don't have any kids, so I ain't trying to start. He
So
already
you don't
had
know what to
experience.
expect. So that's even better. You don't.
I'm telling you right now, my dear, I have two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have a pacemaker. I am, actually at one point I was almost 500 pounds, but then after my mom passed, I started taking care of myself a little better, and I lost some weight. My doctor's appointment I went to, I'm at 397. That's pretty good. That's out of the 400 range. Still some things I got to work on. It's tough. I can't get around like I used to because my knees sometimes bother me. But like I said, I'm done. That's it. I should. The closest thing was I had was raising my nieces and nephews. I take that. I don't have them of my own, but hey, but we got here.
Wrong.
This is from my man uh Lawrence, and he says, this is out to Lawrence. He says, uh, "Go get little fella future Olympia." Yeah, we hope so. Also,
Those.
excuse me, also we have this from a man, Diverse Adam. He says, "I should get that push ups bar like that, so that way I could super pump up of my chest." Yeah, yeah. I think I need to. I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I don't know. I got issues with my shoulders. I mean, I got a spur this one. I got a hole in that one. I mean, I'm falling apart. I'm just it's a broken old piece of meat. So
You gotta just keep moving the body. Keep
yeah, that's
body.
my yeah. Like Rocky Balboa, keep moving forward. So what was that feeling when they announced that you are now IFB Pro?
you know, I froze. I froze because I didn't know. I was just thinking to myself, did they just call my name? Did I hear that right? And I didn't know how to react. I was frozen, and I didn't want to cry because I'm an ugly crier. So I just, I was just in shock. I was loving every minute of it,
The
and
thing is,
feeling.
that's an emotional time. You got to think about. I know some. You only been competing for about 2 or 3 years.
3 years.
I know some women who compete 10, 15 years, 20 years, and they are just so because they put in the time and work into this sport. And yes, you have the right to feel like, you know what, I did something that most people won't be able to do. Because one thing about bodybuilding, you have to follow the consistency, the diet, the repetition, the discipline. Motivation is one thing, but if you have discipline, that's the one thing that helps you. It just this sport. I keep saying it's so much into it: the mental part, the physical part, the financial part, the emotional. It can drain you, especially it's again the financial part because you and your husband did 3 shows this summer, and then you got to travel to a show, qualify here. I know I was talking to some people who do with the USA. There was like 600 bikini girls at that show. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to add it up to see how much we spent this year.
You don't need to.
My
Yeah.
husband was, I don't want to hear it.
Well, he's the one who wanted to get into it, so he's
Yeah.
also responsible too. So he shouldn't be complaining. So you accepted this because, like I said, I wish there was more opportunities, especially financially. Because, like I said, for you ladies compared to the men, you all John got put on is a pair of banana hammocks and tan, and that's it. He's done. You as a woman, as a competitor, you have to put on. You got to get your hair, your makeup done. You got to your suits right there. That's a pretty penny. I mean, sometimes there's so many expenses to this, but to be in this sport, you have to love it. I know there's not much get back from it, but if you enjoy what you do, it shouldn't matter about the cost. And also, I know raising 3 kids, you're a smart woman. You understand how the price of money. Both of y'all do. And what was your career before? What did you do before you got into this seriously?
I just really volunteered for the kids' schooling, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I did everything for my kids for at school, driving them around when they need to go. I volunteered for a theater group, children's theater group, for 10 years, doing specialty makeup and running that. And yeah.
Well, now you got to think about now the kids are grown. Maybe the 20-year-old he still lives at the home with you.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say anything about it. I lived with my mom since till today she's gone. We lived in the same place for almost 30 years. Your mom, like I remember this somebody told me a long time ago, said, George, you live with your mom? I said, yes, ma'am. Well, son, stay with your mom as long as you gotta do. Go as you gotta do as a man, but always come back home to your mama. So yeah. But yeah, it's good that you found what you're interested in, the things that kept you going and the support of like your family and friends. That sometimes can be people that understand this sport. When people think about bodybuilding, you think about 2 people: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, Terminator, Incredible Hulk. Other than that, most people don't understand it because I
Yeah.
know, like your mother, like you say, you through your background, your mother very traditional. She said, "Sweetheart, why are you getting so muscular and big?" I just don't understand that. So and it's just something I think people don't understand.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they've been around my husband long enough to see him, but I guess when it came to me, it was shocking. So every time I would see him, they would be like, "Oh my gosh," but it's funny. Even my friends, they all respect it and they support me. They probably wouldn't do it themselves, but they try to understand as best as they can. Same
Well,
thing with me, but
yeah,
I
well,
enjoy it.
yeah. Well, it's not a sport for everybody. Like I said again, you have to be disciplined. I know
Right.
temptation is one thing, especially when you're prepping. Like you're dieting, you're eating. I saw what y'all were eating at the IHOP Waffle House, but What
everything.
was yeah? What was that thing after? What's that thing you love the most? Especially, I know. Dave, he's a smart guy. He checks you out for refeeds and cheat meals. What's that thing, Sharon? That thing that's really that calls you. That things that especially when you're prepping your diet. That thing that just sometimes it just you can't deny yourself. It calls on you. It just it's just like chaos and anarchy in your life.
Actually, it's nothing crazy, I don't think, but all the times we were in New Jersey, I had to get the bagels. I had to get the bagels and the pizza in Jersey. Um, but yeah, bagels and oddly fruit because I don't get to eat any fruit during prep. And as oddly as that sounds, that's what I would crave.
Mhm.
And pancakes always hit the spot. So
Yeah. Carbs. I know with fruit, I think some people say because it causes inflammation, especially in the muscles. That's why most competitors don't eat fruit too often.
yeah,
Um, you
yeah,
know, the bigger thing, like I said, y'all bodybuilders, you love your carbs. It's like carbs is like crack. Say,
yeah,
yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. But I have a lot of food sensitivities, so I know the carbs are not really good for me.
yeah. I can tell you, I get older now. I don't drink milk much anymore. I still eat cheese, but
Mhm.
I don't drink milk. Just something. It's just ugh. But yeah, everything that comes together as a bodybuilder, it's a thing of the process. You have to be complete. You understand your rest, recovery, your diet, your training, um, the regimen of the sport. You have to really focus because, like I said, there's so much to this that people don't understand. Like most people in the mindset is like it's about steroids and this and that and the other, but that's only a small factor. I keep saying to people when you talk about steroids, it's easy to pick on bodybuilding because it's obvious, but it's not the old be all of the sport. You see it more in mainstream sports. Just had the Olympics a while back, and they have a lot of issues with that every so often. There's other competitions where they do non, enhancements. It's just about the process as yourself, as an athlete, as you grow and as you develop. And you understand this is not a race; it's a marathon.
Mhm. Yeah, it's all about, you doing the best you can, sticking to a diet, see if that diet works with you. That's why it's good to have the dietitian. And I think Dave's been doing great with me. And, everybody's body reacts differently. I think
Yeah.
great, your food, your supplements, vitamins, working out, it all makes the changes.
That's the thing. You look, you see these changes that you grow and develop. Like you see the muscle, you see the development. Which is you feel like is your best physical asset, in your opinion?
On me,
hmm
my calves. I like my calves.
And which thing you feel like you need to work on the most?
Oh, just growing, you know, building up. I'm usually more of the petite one out there. So, and just 3 years in, so working on getting my upper body, lower body a little bit bigger, making my improvements, and see what I do for next year.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to work on. One thing you work on your strengths as much as you work on your weakness. And when you're training out, what's your day to day like when you're training? What's that workout you say, you know what, I love this workout. I just love it. And that one would say, shit, why I gotta do this one? I hate it. I can't stand it.
Well, I actually love them all. The longest one, Sundays, is leg days, and that takes about 2.5 hours for some reason. And you know, it's like it's half your day right there, but I love it. I enjoy all of it.
Whenever I hear ladies say they love leg day, I say this: you're a mutant, Sharon. You're a mutant. No one likes leg day. It
Awesome.
is
The next few days after that is a little rough, but
you feel like your legs are like rubbers. It makes you, I
yes.
always talk about this. I mentioned this is the funniest episode of Chappelle's show when Charlie Murphy meets Rich James in the club, and they go back to Eddie's house, and Rick is messing up Eddie's couch. Says "F your couch, Eddie Murphy, F your couch," and Rick and Charlie and Eddie beats Rick's legs. He just and Dave Chappelle's crawling out of the house Like, rub my legs, Eddie Murphy. Rub my legs, Charlie Murphy. That's, I think, a day for a bodybuilder. But if you love it, God bless you. That's all I have to say.
Hey, the pain without the pain, then you didn't do a good workout.
Old
No,
saying, no pain, no gain.
no pain, no gain. There you go.
Hey, we got a comment from my man, Davis Adams. He says, it's good for your push-ups, George. That's how you get stronger, dude. LOL. Yeah, okay. I was saying, I had an interview with a lady with a dog. Dog kept coming in. It's nothing new. I've been doing this for a while. But yeah. What kind of dog you got?
I have a pit bull and two French bulldogs. Sorry, I dropped.
Uh, that's all right. The pits, the French bulldogs look cute. The pits, those are, I hope he's a good
Oh,
dog.
she's the sweetest one around. The other
Uh,
crazy.
See, that's one thing. I think people talk about how but it's about the people that raise them. It's different from. It's all about the people who takes care of an animal, as a pet. If you don't treat, like we grew up with dogs. Like my granddaddy had hunting dogs. They're pretty good dogs. And when it was time to hunt, they know what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But with any animal, if you raise them right, treat them well. Like I said, dog can bite even the hand that feed it. But if you treat it right, I love you for the long as you live. Shout out to my man Davis. He's agrees. He says, "Yeah, that's right." Thank you. So, like I said, you're working with Sheila. You're working with Dave.
Yes.
So, what do you feel like the plan is now for you?
The plan is working on improving myself, and get myself ready for next year. My husband John and I have started doing some personal training, and it's motivating and it feels good to help others reach their goals and help them with nutrition as well. So I've been working on that, and we have some other great things that we're working on that I'm not going to say yet because it's not complete, but we're really excited about it. And yeah, if you follow me on my Instagram at Sharon Fricchione, then you'll see our big surprise down the road.
Well, I hope so. I mean, like I said, this sport, you really can find yourself a life in a sport. A lot of ladies get into personal training, some become coaches. Would you want to coach people for lifestyle change, or you think you want to get into the competitive mode, like what Dave and Sheila does?
A lifestyle change, just to stay healthy, get toned. If you want to build muscle, just making healthier choices.
Hmm. Yes.
And especially for my age group, it's important to keep working on the body
Yeah.
and moving and being healthy. But yes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of women. I think the last few years, there's a growing number of women coming to sport later in life. I interviewed a lovely lady who's 59. That's Robin Mays, 59 years old. You wouldn't think she's 59. Renee, you wouldn't think she was her age. You wouldn't think some of
Uh,
these ladies I've interviewed. You wouldn't think, say, "Hey, how are you? About 30 something?" No, I'm 50. Say what? So are you about 40? No, I'm. Say why y'all look so? Because it's a healthy lifestyle. The choices you have to make. The
mhm.
extreme part of the sport, that's one thing. But what comes with the sport is better looking, better health, more better conditioning. Not everybody can do what y'all do, but
Right,
if you
right.
can help somebody make different changes in their life,
Mhm.
to be motivated to get into shape. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, like I said again, this sport is a lot to it to learn. Like it's anybody, like I said, we just had the Olympia about a couple of weeks ago. Is anybody in the sport you really you follow that you like other than Sheila and David? Somebody you like a fan of, you really admire that you see up there on stage?
I love watching Sarah Vegas. There's so many good ones out there, but I love her symmetry and body and everything. You know, um, there's so many good ones out there. I can't just pick one.
Yeah, it's tough. There's so many amazing ladies. I mean, competitors. I mean, but one person I always going to be a fan of. I can't help it because I'm a simp. I know it. I admit it. She's just so beautiful. I would love to meet her someday, and that is the lovely Miss Andrea
Oh,
Shaw.
Andrea Shaw, she's
Oh,
fantastic. I love watching her grow through the years. Yeah.
Yeah. I think she has. I like this. She's like the fifth element. She's perfect. Sherry's. I like Sarah Vilgas. What she's doing for her sport is pretty good. Putting up money for the trip, like for the Texas Pro, representing women's bodybuilding. She was the one that, and when they was going to kick out women's physique from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, she said, I want to put up the money and maybe try to keep our division there. But
Mm.
Arnold, he has his own thing, and like I said, these women and men who in the sport, you gotta respect what they do. I mean, like I said, this is tough, especially like yourself. You have family, you have responsibilities, and you got to find time to train, to work out, and to, it's just so much to this.
It is. It is. But it's a big sacrifice and time consuming, but I love doing it, you know. I do enjoy it. I think it's great for to stay in shape. I never thought at this age that I'm at that I could get into that shape that I get into, you know, and the the abs that I had that I never had when I was younger. That was the best part, just rubbing them every day.
Stuff like age. We all know you're 30 years old, Sharon. Let's admit it. Like I said, as a general, we never ask somebody's age. We mind our business. But yeah, I think everybody who gets into sport understand what's involved in it. Your husband, he's been doing this for a long time. He understands it, and I hope maybe someday he does get his pro card. I mean, it's a great opportunity because this is a sport of the elite. You
Mm,
know, people who get into sport understand the factors of it, who respect the sport. That's a good thing. Some people, like I said again, didn't understand it. Especially, like I said, I have talked to ladies say they get people that talk about it like, hey, yeah. But this is a lovely lady here, folks. Beautiful woman. And his thing is, if you're not as passionate about something like her and her husband are, then you shouldn't say nothing about it. Mind your business. This is about what they want to do. And I know, like I said again, sometimes friends and family may not understand, but if you don't understand, support their decisions, support their choices. Bodybuilding is not for everybody. You
right.
know,
Yeah.
and if you can, respect that, that's good. But if you can't, then shut the hell up.
You tell them, George.
Yeah. Like I said, when I have conversation with y'all ladies, I hear a lot of things and talk about things. It's tough because and it's good that you have support of your kids, your family, your friends.
Hmm.
You have your husband standing by you because you're both going through it. Most people will never understand what it is. I would never understand. I don't think I could do what y'all do. Diet like y'all do because I do. Like yesterday, me, my nephew, and my sister went out did our laundry, and after we done, we went to a Chinese restaurant because he had to pick us up for my great niece in high school, and I had a big old plate of Chinese food sharing. It was just like I ate most. I eat all at one time. Here, there. But that's the thing about when you get into it. You have to have self control. You have
Hmm.
to understand all the aspects of the sport. And you've been doing it for a while. And I know it's tough, especially being a woman. One thing is like is who's your trainer? Who you working with as a
My
trainer?
husband's my trainer,
So that's
John.
good.
Yeah, he's my trainer, my motivator. He pushes me even the
And
days I don't wanna.
who trains him?
He trains himself. Even
Oh.
now is training time. He's working out right now. So I'm already in trouble that I skipped training right now. So I
Well,
have to
he could
out.
have came in and sit for a minute, if he could have had time. But maybe next time I have him on, if he wants to come on, he can talk, say his story. He'd be welcome. Like I said, I focus more on you ladies, but I wouldn't have a problem having guys. I have guys on here before, but I have a saying: it may not be the age, but I'm down with the ladies. So you know, but it's like I said, one thing. It's good that he supports you. I think some people do get a coach that so they might get that other eye. But you got guys like Dave
Oh yeah,
and Sheila. They can give you aspects that you might miss. That
absolutely.
they know, as she has been an Olympic competitor. Dave's been in the game for a long time. If you follow Dave, he posted this. It was on his RX Muscle, where he was like an episode where he was on Conan O'Brien. He's green like the Hulk.
Oh
It says
yeah,
Hulk what love? Hulk need love. Hulk ain't love. Hulk ain't love. That's my brains out. I
yeah.
know some people know him pretty well. He's a pretty good dude.
He's a great guy. Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And I get a lot of help from Dave and Sheila as well. So
That's
it's
good.
really good
That's,
working with them both.
it's good that you have legends like this that's in your hand helping you. Maybe come over the corner of certain things that you may miss to get that other eye. My man David, my man Keith, he knows David because one time he was competing as an amateur. He gives him advice how what to work and what he need to do. But yeah, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So as you said, the plan is you're thinking about coming and competing next year.
Yep. I don't know for what just yet. My son gets married next year in the summertime, so it'll be something around that time frame.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, man, after the wedding, you can set up your plan. As you know, next year they're gonna have the Masters Olympia. So you
Mhm.
can compete. That's a possibility. That show can also qualify you for the Olympia if he does that. I mean, yeah, take the time. Like I said again, it's not a race; it's a marathon. Enjoy
Mhm.
life, do what you got to do, and it'll be here when you're ready. Here we got a comment from a man, Russ G. Shout out to Russ G. It says, "Afternoon, all afternoon, Russ. Thank you for coming through, brother." And yeah, there's a lot to the sport that people need to understand. And that's why when I do content, I reach out to you ladies. I get your perspective, I get your thoughts, your what really gets you in the sport. You have to have a passion for it. And like I said, one thing is sponsorship. And I know that's a tough thing about it because you're still just a brand new pro, just getting in the sport. You have, like I said, it's just you and your husband that's taking care of everything.
Yep. Yep. It's just us two. So
Yeah.
try to make whatever work.
Yeah, I think sponsorship does help because now that you're a pro, you have to pay the cost of your pro fees. You got to doing the shows. Your suits alone, that's right now. That's the thing that eats up. That's like your mortgage. That's your rent. That's your car note. I mean, the hair, the makeup. Like I say, John just got to wear banana hammock and tan, and that's it. But
Yeah. Does that.
really, yeah, and just that it's good that y'all both understand what you need to do and how to spend and be smart. I mean, that's the thing, you gotta be smart. You just can't get into sport and just think, hey, I can do this. No, there's so much you have to understand.
Mhm.
And when you get into when you decide seriously want to get competing, sit down, have a plan, write out what you need to do, and figure out everything before you really invest your time into it.
Right. Right. Yes. Because as you get closer to the shows, it all starts to add up even more. Just food alone is so expensive, especially for the two of us. But it's all good. It's a good feeling, and we're eating healthy, so that's a plus on that.
Well, that's good that you have eating healthy, and I appreciate that. What you competitors go through. I really respect the work and time you put in this sport. People may not understand truly what you do. I mean, if you ever feel that there's a day where you say like, you know what, you want to step back from the sport. You have your family to step on you to support you, and also that's a lot of people that may not have that support. So, I would say like this: people out there who are interested in people like Sharon, her husband, who want to support them, reach out with genuine interest. But don't be that weird guy saying, "Hey, Sharon, I saw you. Yeah, you're a pretty little number. You're cute." You're like, no, no, don't be that weird guy saying, Miss Fricchione, we are interested in you. You have a great personality about yourself. You're very passionate about the sport. A family woman. I think we would like to sponsor you. So if you're interested in something, if it's a project that works within your and your family's interests, we'd like to be you part of our company as a brand ambassador. Those
That would,
things will really help in the long run.
yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. Here's this from my man Russ G. He says, the sacrifice they make is incredible. It is. Because, like I said, most of us wouldn't sacrifice the time, the money, our diets. Diet's hard part about it. But if you're determined enough and you want it enough, you can do it. Like I said, there's so much to this, but you have to understand when you get into it. You have to, like I said, you just can't go into it like trust the process. You have to understand it. And when you understand it, then get into it with your whole heart, with your eyes open, and your mind willing to accept what all comes to it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
You go in doing your best, but it is a sacrifice. I know the first year I competed was really hard because it's somewhat of a selfish sport since you always have to focus on yourself and making sure you work out and you rest and you eat and eat and keep eating. But yeah, so turning away from family a little bit, not and focusing more on myself was really hard to do. Even I felt guilty with my dogs because I felt like I was neglecting them at first. So yeah, you have to give up a little bit of everything to focus on yourself if you really want to do well and be the best that you could possibly put into it.
It's a sports sacrifice. Sometimes even family, friends, time. I've talked to ladies that you can't go out and hang out with them with their friends like you used to. I know the dogs don't want it because dog animals they need all the attention they get. Animals are like babies, just about. Dogs are like babies, like children. My sister, she had a poodle, still like her children. She loved them,
Mm-hmm.
and But yeah, it's so much to this, and when you understand it, when you trust the process, not just understand the process, but trust it fully, then you can really make your goals. Like I said again, there was ladies I've known who competed for 10, 20 years before they got their pro card. And there's some ladies who, like yourself, who, haven't competed long, but then you put in that same work in that same time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's all about the critique of the judges and like that. I mean, it's one thing I'm still learning as an outsider. I'm an outsider. I'm a fan. I'm in my crowd. I'm a muscle person. Slow. I find y'all ladies intoxicating. I find y'all ladies, but I respect what y'all do from when I use conversations with you, when I talk to you, when I get feedback, when I come make friendships, and you tell me things that most people don't understand. One of my friends sent me her picture because she's planning on competing next year. And I said, "You look pretty good." I said, "Because I trust you, because you know what, you understand what's going on." And that thing is, you just really have to just, understand what's involved when you compete as a bodybuilder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Well, we don't want to hold you too long because I know you got to work out with your husband. He said, "Where's that woman? Where's that woman?" He's
Oh,
talking
he's
to
waiting.
he's talking to another woman.
I have to catch up.
Yeah, catch it. Well, I think you probably do. So this is a question I will ask you: what would you want out of bodybuilding for yourself as a whole?
What would I want? I just want to do my best and enjoy the ride and what I can do for it and for others, help others exercise, feel better about themselves, eat better. Um, yeah, as long as I'm loving what I'm doing, I'm going to keep doing it.
What's the thing? You should love what you, because I know somebody said they don't do this for the money. If bodybuilding was more a lucrative sport where you can make a living off of it, where you compete and you get paid for it. I mean, prize money for some of these shows, unless it's like the Olympia or the Rising Phoenix or the Texas Pro, it's not much for y'all ladies compared to the guys, because they're the ones who get more of the big attention because always competition to the men. But y'all women, y'all make up the percentage of the sport. And I will say like this: you deserve a little more because you need to get back what you put in as much as you put in. I mean, it's just, but we all know it's just, it's not a perfect world. But hey, you make the best of what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give credit to everybody that competes. They all put in the time and the hard work and they all look fantastic out there.
Yeah, that's good.
Give credit
So
out there.
yeah, so we thank the lovely Miss Fricchione for coming on. I hope I get your name right again because sometimes I still, yeah. Huh?
Can you say it yet?
It's Fricchione. For is it?
For shown.
Okay, I'm working on it, folks. Hey, 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 I'm working on it. So we do appreciate for coming on here and give us an aspect of what it is. Congratulations, now you are IFBB Pro.
Thanks.
Best of luck to you. Congratulations to your boy on his upcoming nuptials. Uh,
Thanks.
Hope that little baby, can't wait to see him maybe in 30 years. He's on the stage. He might be like the next Arnold or Lee Haney or Ronnie Coleman or, Samson Dua. He's a big guy,
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we wish you all the best for both of you and John. I hope he does get his pro card. I mean, you guys been putting in work a long time. I know he deserves it. I know he's gonna fall like, you're gonna see a big man cry like a baby. I've seen it. I've seen these guys when they like.
He did. I got my card. He was so happy.
Yeah, he's like it's.
It was great. They brought him backstage and everything. It was awesome.
Well, I wish him best of luck. I hope he does well at the Masters.
Thank you.
I mean, I think he probably. I think it's about timing, the right shows, everything. He working hard. He can get it. And like I said, you got people like Sheila Black and Dave Palumbo in your corner. I think those people really know what to do and they really know how to help you out.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great team.
So you have anybody you want to shout out before you go?
Anybody want to shout out?
Yeah.
Anybody that's watching, thank you. Thank you for the support. My husband, of course, for getting me into this and being the best husband and trainer. And I think we make a great team. Dave Palumbo for always being there for us, and Sheila Black, our dietitian, choreographer, poser. They're fantastic and always go over and beyond. And all family and friends, we love the support we get from everybody, and we love what we do, and we'll keep on doing it.
Well said. Congratulations.
Follow my Instagram too to find out what good stuff we have coming up.
So, like I say, folks, if you want to follow Sharon, her IG is in the description of this live stream. Reach out if you're interested just for health lifestyle changes or just want to support her as an athlete. Reach out. But guys, I keep telling you guys, she has a big husband. He's a big Italian dude. Do not disrespect her family. Be respectful. Show interest. Show support. These men and women deserve that. If you're not able to, then get on. Mind your own business. Come on, please. Well, I would say thank you, man. I appreciate the time you give me. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to your husband. Kiss that little baby.
I will.
Baby. Little baby. But I wish you all the best for you and your upcoming goal next year.
Thank you so much, and it was great talking with you.
It was great talking to you too, like I said. Anyway, this is your man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good luck. And happy Thanksgiving. No, not Thanksgiving yet. Halloween. God, why? What the? They're already getting ready to play the Mariah Carey Christmas song. It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
I'm ready for Christmas, though. Bring it on. I want to put my tree up.
I get a little tree. I don't do Christmas like that because that was my mom's thing. I just get a little tree out in here and that's it. I ain't even put out trick or treat for the kids. Hey, you go by my house. My lights off.
That's
I'm
nice.
cold. I'm cold-hearted. Like I said again, I'm a typical criminal, Sharon. And my other guy can tell you, Sharon, you are beautiful. He had to come out. I can't help him. You know what I'm saying? So, folks, thank you for coming through. Thank you, shout out my man, Russ G. Also, my man, Lawrence Perkins, Davis Adams, everyone who's here. Appreciate your support. Good luck, good night, good evening, good luck, and appreciate it for all coming through.
Have a good night. Take care.